Hey friends, I'm here again on my morning walk with downloads to share and insights that, again, I'm thinking of you and I wanted to share. You know what, first since you're here with me, I'm going to share where I'm at. So let's see if I can do this. Can I turn it around? Maybe not, but here you go. This is my little morning trail. A little bit of nature for you wherever you are, if you're sitting at a desk or in your kitchen or somewhere indoors, just take in a little bit of God's beauty. And if you haven't done it today or yesterday, I suggest you go out and just take a little fresh air and soak up a little nature. It's very grounding, it's very replenishing, it's very nourishing and great for the soul. It's what your soul needs. What we need, what our kids need, we all need a little bit of that. So, and if you tune into my last video, I was sharing about move your body. So taking a walk in nature is part of moving your body and also replenishing whatever your soul needs. So I'm going to start going in through a forest, through a darker trail. So it might get a little dark here, but here's what I wanted to share with you again, a little bit of raw and uncut me, unedited version, all that good stuff. So what comes through for me a lot, not just in this walk, is the need for leadership, right? We need leadership in our homes. We need leadership in our world, right? This is something that everyone's talking about these days. Like, we need true leadership. We need authentic, honest, leadership filled with integrity, kindness, and things like that, right? I hope you can still see me. I'm going to try to find a sunny spot where you can kind of see me a little better. But so leadership, right? What's that about? We talk about it a lot, but we don't have that many people really following through on that quality. And is it because people don't have it? Is it something that you're taught? Is it something that you're born with? Is it something that's brought to you from home, from community, from school? Where does that come from? Is it learned behavior? Or kids just coming out of mummies as leaders? Well, it's a little bit of everything. And leadership starts from you. It starts from us. So if we want to be leaders in our family, as in, as the parents, the leaders of our immediate family, leaders in our relationships, leaders in our practice, leaders in our community, leaders in our school, our business, whatever it is, it has to start with you. Are you a leader for yourself, right? How are you leading your own life? And what are you modeling for the next generation? What are you modeling for your kids? What are you modeling for your team? What are you modeling for everyone that's around you? And even if you want to be like, I don't want to model anything for anyone. I just want to live my life, a fulfilled life, or I just want to be a good parent, or I just want to be a great boss, or I just want to succeed in my career, whatever it is, right? Well, it starts with you. So how are you a leader in your own life? How are you executing leadership in your own life? And what does that look like, right? Well, first you have to figure out, like in anything, whether you're talking about your career, your business, your kids, leading a good life for your kids, being a good parent or a great spouse, a partner, whatever it is, or just leading that fulfilled life for yourself. I want to be a good citizen. I want to be a good person. Whatever that is, you got to get clear on what it is that you're leading on, right? What are you here for? What is your vision? What is it that you came here to create? What is your purpose? What is it here that you're doing? What is it that's filling your heart? And how are you leading on that? How are you executing on that? And when you start to lead and follow through and take action on what you're leading on in your own personal life, guess what? You automatically become a natural leader. Your children or your employees or your neighbors or your school, whatever it is going to start seeing how you're leading and following through and creating that. You're being a leader in your own life because people can see you're just vibing on a higher vibration. You're happy. You're living in abundance. Your family's happy, healthy in all sorts of ways, mentally, physically, emotionally. You're happy mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Your relationship is thriving. Your marriage is doing great. You guys are going out on dates, enjoying life, traveling the world. people can see that, and that in itself trickles out to everybody else, right? It trickles out to the next generation because they get to see that. So where does leadership begin? Guess what? It begins with us. We can't expect someone else to do it for us. If you want leadership, lead in your own life. You know, we keep asking for someone else to lead us. Lead in your own life. What changes do you want to make? If you're not happy with something out there, go out and change it. If you're not happy with something in here, do something to change it. If you're not happy with something that's going on in your relationship or in your job or with your kids, change it, right? Be a leader. Create the change that you wish to see is what we always hear. Well, how do you do that? It's with action, it's with integrity. And guess what? It begins with an authentic reflection of what it is that you want to do, and put yourself first. I know people, especially moms, I can speak for myself, we don't put ourselves first. We think we're givers, right? So we have to give, and we deplete here, and then we explode, because that's what all of us do. And let's be honest, even dads, right? We all reach that threshold where we're giving, doing, meeting responsibility, going through the checklist, the to-dos, and it's like, bah! And what are we showing at that point? We're showing like stress, no control of our lives, no happiness, resentment. We're showing, whether we realize it consciously or not, we are emitting a lot of messages to the next generation. And this next generation, there's some sad stats. A lot of them are finishing college with nothing to do. They're depressed. I have, millennial clients that they went through the checklist of good grades and good school and good education. And, and some of them are still looking for jobs, but some of them have amazing jobs. And guess what? It still doesn't fill their heart. So they're coming out feeling unfulfilled off the bat. There's teenagers where we work locally. There's children from 9 years old on heroin, right? That has to do with an opiate conversation. That's a whole other conversation. But what is it that's creating that addiction? A lot of factors. One of them is that a lot of them are feeling stressed. They're on this race to nowhere, they say. They're not fulfilled. They're unhappy. Why are these kids unhappy, right? And a lot of them are saying, oh, they're entitled. Guess what? Take a good look at the core issues, right? Who are we being for our children? What are we showing them, modeling for them? What are we letting them know? This is an awesome, abundant life, and it's joyous, and you're going to go out there and you're going to live it. And yeah, you're going to meet a lot of crap and you're going to face shit, but guess what? How do you handle that and still live an abundant life? What are your tools? And it's how do you enjoy this experience here on earth? Are we showing them that it's an enjoyable experience? Most of us are not, and I only say that because of the feedback that this upcoming generation is giving us. So, bringing it back to, my friends, leadership qualities, where do they come from? I know we need them, I know we ask for them, I know we're complaining about them, but we need to start here, not just from home. What does that mean, start from home? We start from here, right here. Who are you? What are you here to do? What's your purpose? What makes you happy? What's your grand vision? You might have a long-term vision, you might have a short-term vision. As I tell my clients, what are those? Write them down, and here you go. As coach, I give homework. I can't help it. So write down 2 goals. I would say 3 if you want to be ambitious, go for it. But I would say 2 goals. I want you to sit down and just think about a long-term goal and a short-term goal. A long-term vision is, like your life's purpose and what you're really here to do. Short-term goal might be just, maybe a clearing with your partner, or raising your relationship to the next level, because we're all here to experience more love, and bringing it to that point where we're enjoying more of ourselves and each other, right? Whatever it is, a short-term goal, a short-term vision, a long-term vision. And if you can then write down what that looks like, and then you can write down 3 actions you can take for each one this week, all right? And really think about that. We need leadership in the world. The world has some crazy stats going on about the future. One scientist warned, the upcoming generation has a 50-50 chance of surviving post-2020. Really? That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. Our kids are hearing crazy stats all over the place, and they're coming home with them. And what do you say? It's not going to happen, or, well, let's think about it. What can we do to make sure it doesn't happen? And what is mommy going to do? And what does mommy do every day? My kids come home and they always say, Mom, I love that, that they see me going to my rallies. I create rallies, I create protests, I create peaceful ones. I have my non-for-profit for parent advocacy. I do so much, right? I do screenings at school. I go to meetings. I create local meetings to teach parents how to advocate for themselves with their politicians and create the laws that they wish to see. Create the laws, right? Go to the politicians, the lawmakers, and collaborate with them. And this is what I do all week long as part of my side passions. But yeah, my kids see that and now they want to come to these things. And I remember holding my son at his first rally at 18 months old, and we have pictures, and he always asks, I was there, and I'm like, you were there, making a difference, right? Really, really, really being that for them. This is what's important to me, and I call myself a game changer, and I follow through on that in every possible way I can, and I walk the walk, and I want to be that and live in that space for my children. And my daughter says she might be the first female president one day to make a difference. Cool if she is and cool if she isn't, but I just love that she's already feeling she wants to do something here and have a legacy and leave an impact and leave the world better than she found it, which is what I always say. So my friends, I leave you with that. I love you. If you're tuning in from wherever you are, I love you from all over the world. And take those actions and, shoot me an email, whatever it is that you want, or comment below and let me know how it was for you. But at least do one of those, a short-term vision or a long-term vision. All right, until next time, I love you. You can always jump on my blog for more info, which is mariagabrielle.com. It's a same one. You could always contact me if you want to get on something right now and you're just not sure how to get there, or if you're not clear on your vision. I love to get people clear on their visions. But either way, start with those little actions, and I hope it opens something up for you. It always does, and maybe you'll get even clearer on where you're going. And more than anything, have fun with it. And have a beautiful, blessed day. Love you.